Hey everybody, it's Jordan, your average Joe, and if you want to see me transform this into this, if you are curious about how I got this look right here, go ahead and stick around. We'll be doing a little get ready with me, and I'll be talking about my experience working in hotels and some of the weird things that I've found, seen, and experienced there. We're just waiting for my cat to finish throwing up. Alright, so I guess we'll just go ahead and jump into today's video. I'm going to be doing a get ready with me and talking about the things I kind of experienced while working at a hotel. I've got a few years of experience working in hotel management. I started off at the front desk and worked my way up until like front office manager, a front desk supervisor, and I've also worked as an AGM, which is like an acting general manager or assistant. I served as the fill-in while the hotel I worked for was looking for a full-time general manager. And so I've got a couple years of experience, and I've got several stories because hotels are just weird. But yeah, so I figured, we'll just do a get ready with me. I'm gonna get my face looking much better than this. And by the way, I use the e.l.f. Mint Me Cooling Primer. And then I've got a few new makeup pieces to try, so if I have anything new, I'll let you know. And this is one of them. It's the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. It's a tinted skin veil. And Tati returned to YouTube. She kept talking about this, so I've been wanting to try it because obviously she knows everything about makeup. Anyway, so hotels, right? Whoa. Oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot. Ugh. All right, let's see if we can fix that. That's a look. But I worked with the same hotel franchise for about 3-ish years. I worked with 2 different hotel types within that company. Oh, this might be a little yellow for me. I'll keep going. It could be that I put on too much, but we'll keep going. But yeah, so I worked with the same hotel company, but with like 2 different properties within that time. I started at one, transferred to another when I moved, and then when I moved back to where I had been living, I went back to the other company. So I've seen some stuff. And my friends and family, we talk about all the time, like the weird things that you find in hotels. And I have I can do just videos about, the things I've seen or experienced in hotels. And this is just, let me get my double chin. Hold on. Okay. I've got this all on my face. Actually, I like ignore the cat hair. Cora, she's over there today. She came in while I filmed. I think this looks pretty good. It's a nice, like, luminous, summery finish. Anyway, so yeah, I worked for this company, and there's a lot they don't, you don't really know about hotels until you've worked in them, but, one of the first, weird things that I ever saw in the hotel was, well, it's not even weird. It's some of these are weird. Some of them are just creepy, but the amount of personal enjoyment products that people leave behind in rooms, and I mean enjoyment products, you figure that out. But the amount of them that get left in rooms is insane. People come to hotels for bachelor and bachelorette parties and then just leave behind whatever they were using for it, which is, you know, horrifying. I had a friend who at the time was my manager. Well, I have a friend, but at the time he was my manager. And he found an item that was left on in a trash can in the bathroom. So, you know, that's weird. We've also found, like, I've also found, like, illegal substances before. You know, people will come to hotels and do some stuff and then not take it with them, like forgetting that, you know, we have to turn the stuff into the police and we have your name. So there's that. But there was this one weird time. Okay. Also, this concealer works really well with this. It's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I don't like the regular one. This one works pretty well. But there was this time that we had this guy staying at the hotel for like, I don't know, like a week. We barely saw him. And you can deny housekeeping for like 48 hours, if I remember correctly. It's been like a year and a half since, it's been a year and a half since I worked at the hotel. So it's been a while. But you can deny like housekeeping up to like 48 hours. But then after that, we have to go in like per hotel policy. You have to go in every so often to make sure the hotel is like clean. Going to be trying this e.l.f. Putty Blush today. I've never tried one, so I hope this is okay. I hear there is a learning curve. I may want a thicker brush. Does this one feel more dense? No, they're about the same. Okay, I'm gonna just stipple in there a little bit, get some on. Oh, okay. I look like a clown. Don't worry, I'll blend that out. I've never used like cream blush before. I'll be honest, this is terrified of it because of that. I look like a clown. Okay, actually, once it's blended out, ignore the fact that there's a hair in there. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all once it's blended out. This is horrifying. This is okay. But anyway, so, you know, there's a policy on the hotel to like go in after like 48 hours to do like we empty the trash, make sure that you have fresh towels, stuff like that. And we hadn't seen this guy, but like he'd been staying at the hotel. Well, I'm assuming it's a guy. We actually never did see the person. Well, I never saw the person. Whoever checked the men did. I was not on the shift when this person got checked in. Anyway, oh, that looks so nice. That looks so healthy. Let me do a little bit on my nose. We'll blend her out. That's cute. That's so cute. But we haven't seen this guy, right? So we have to go in. And housekeeping goes and they're like, something's up with that room. So we had housekeeping leave and I was a supervisor at the time. My manager and I, like the guy who was like my front desk manager and I, we lock the room out. So locking the room out means like the front desk cleans the keys basically, so you can't go back in. You have to come to the front desk to get a new key made to be able to go back in the room. And then sometimes we'll do that just to make sure, like if people are like extending their stays, we'll have to like rekey the rooms because you can't just do that. But we did this because we hadn't heard from this guy, and like when we were like, oh, that's a lot of loose powder. Hold on. Let me set my face with the powder and I'll be right back. Sorry, I was breathing in powder. Was not a good time. So we had to go up to this room to see what the deal was with housekeeping, and there was this like stuff everywhere, and like a security camera set up, and like brand new items. And what was the weirdest thing was this like face mask, like those plastic masks that like cover your whole head. There was one of those in there, and all of these like new in-box items and security cameras. We're like, we don't have cameras in the rooms, why are these here? And there had been like a string of like robberies in the area, and so that was weird, finding all of that stuff in there. We had to get the police involved with that one because, you know, I don't know what the heck that was going on with that. But unfortunately, the police did not come until the end of my shift. I did not get to stay and see the rest of that happen. So that was unfortunate, but super weird, super sketchy. Anyway, I've got some, I'm gonna do the rest of my face products first. Got bronzer, highlight to do. Anyway, so yeah, like that was happening. And then some other weird things that I found. I found we found like marionette dolls in a room once, like just out of context, just marionette dolls there. No reason, but that was kind of scary. I did, oops, got bronzer everywhere. Okay, well, let's try to fix that. That looks better. I look bronzed, but not like scary. Anyway, I found unfortunately like weapons in weird places before. There was like a kitchen, like a butcher's knife hidden in a chair in the lobby once, so that was weird. I had a maintenance worker who got poked with, when he was there was a toilet clog, and it turns out what was clogging the toilet was like a needle dump. So it's pretty scary. That's like, you have to call like a whole host of things to get that taken care of. One of the weirder, like funnier things that I found was I don't know how to explain this without like, but so I was talking about like personal items before. Also, like the highlighter I'm going to be using today is the Soph Revolution highlighter in sugar frosting. I have not used it yet, so I'm very excited to. But I might not, hold on, I'm trying to get it on my brush. But ooh, look at that. Oh, that's spicy. That's a glitter. I like that. Ooh, girl, I look good. Okay, let me get this set real quick with, perfect. Anyway, so I was talking about personal like products earlier. Found what I think was a swing that they tried to set up, but they didn't work. So that was fun. Or the time that a hotel jet tub got clogged with condoms. That was pretty gross. That was really gross. Let me assure you, nothing's more disturbing than having to put a room out of order because of a condom tub. But some other things that were weird, like you would find working in a hotel, would be like you would find like random heirlooms sometimes. So there were a few times where people would like, they'll come to hotels for like funerals and stuff like that. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you know, hotels are there for people to not have to worry about figuring out where to stay. And one of the hotels will offer services to help people with that. But when those happen, family will usually bring like, I don't know, they'll bring items for the funeral itself. And then the amount of times that they just decide that they don't want to take it home with them, and then it's just left there. And then in Lost and Found, you just have like boxes of photos of dead people. So that's kind of weird. Like in most hotels, like the Lost and Found is full of weird things. That's one of the weird ones. In terms of, you know, not so much funny, but like just disturbing. Sometimes you'll find you know, I don't know if I should say this. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm trying out a new product too. I got this at TJ Maxx. It's the Brow Wow Duo from Marc Jacobs in taupe. So we're gonna see how well this works. But so this is kind of sad. It's not just it's disturbing, but it's more sad than anything. Hotels, like the front desk sees a lot. So you'll see families come, you'll see people come for business. Sometimes you'll see people who say they're coming for business and are cheating on their spouses. Unfortunately, this is one of those times where, saw that. This person had come to the hotel and it was booked under their name. And so if you ever want to have like a friend stay with you, you need to have you put an accompanying guest on a room. It's when they can get access to the room without you having to be there. So this person had put this other person's name as an accompanying guest. And we're like, okay, that's fine. We'll give them a key to the room, no problem. And then they said, if this person calls, make sure I am the one who gets the call. And their accompanying guests came and checked in because this person went back to work. And oh, hold on, I think I need to do my eyebrows and then I'll come back. Sorry, that was just, I'm back. The brows look okay. I don't know that I love that product. It's a little finicky for me. I prefer a finer edge on the brow pencil part. But anyway, so this person called, their accompanying guest came and checked in, and then the person that they said I need to talk to called. And the person that called was their wife. And when we cleaned out the room, we found, just like wine, stuff like that. Just it's sad. Like that's one of those things where it's like it's weird, but it's more depressing than anything to I don't know. It's you don't want to think about people doing that, but they do. And that was not so fun to see. But yeah. So some other weird things that I've seen. By the way, I'm using the Venus 3 palette for my eyes today. I already primed them. I don't really know what look I'm going for yet, but I guess you will have seen it already. But let's figure this out. Some weird fun stuff. One of my favorite things is always the weird gift bags you see that get left behind from weddings and stuff. Because let me tell you, but nobody goes hard sounds horrible, but nobody goes hard like a Karen's daughter on a wedding, So there's goodie bags, but sometimes there's also just random who knows what gets left behind. And the bride, this one's one of my favorite stories. This isn't even a weird thing I saw. Well, this is weird, but it's I didn't find this in a hotel. It just happened in a hotel. So if you've seen The Hangover, the plot of it is the groom goes missing. This was we called this the hangover incident with the bride went missing. And so the bride and the groom had done their bachelor and bachelorette parties the day before their wedding, which, that's brave. that's really brave to do because, my bachelorette party was 3 days before my wedding and I was still no, honey, and no. So for them to do it the day before, that's a new level of brave or, I don't know, stupid maybe. Who knows? Anyway, so they went hard. And the groom and his party make it back. And this is one of the night, I normally work the day shift, but this is one of the times where I was working the night shift because they needed some extra staff that night. So I was at the front desk working the night shift. And the groom and his buddies come back. And the bridal party comes back. But the bride just does not come back. And, I was working the next morning. And it was the morning of the wedding. And everybody's up and walking around, looking around. And they can't find the bride. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. This is not funny at the time it was not funny until we figure out what's going on. It's funny now because, what are you, Cora? Cora, what are you doing? Come on. Hi. Hello, Cora. Hi, pretty girl. My brushes are all covered in Cora hair because of you. Yeah. Hi. Oh, don't wipe my makeup off. I worked so hard. Oh, don't show your butt on camera. She's just in the background chilling now. But that morning, the bride was gone. And everybody's like wondering where she was. And so they come to the front desk like we would know. Like, I have no idea. Like, they're like, well, I saw you last night. And I'm like, and I saw you. And you were like, I saw you. I don't know what you want from me. Like, I didn't do anything with your bride. And so they can't find her. And so they go to the police department because they're like, we need to find her. She was in a holding cell with the police department. They held her for her own safety because of public intoxication. So, you know, there was that. They found her. They got her ready for the wedding and got her sobered up. But, you know, hotel didn't do anything about that, honey. Like, we did not make your bride so drunk that she could not find her way back to the hotel. That was literally across the road from the police station. Like, I don't know what you want from me. But, you know, so there was that. So that was kind of fun. That was a fun wedding to clean up after. I felt so bad for housekeeping. Housekeeping, man. They're the real unsung heroes of all this. They clean up like the dirtiest. Like the front desk will help out if if the front desk is staffed enough to be able to help out housekeeping, they will. But housekeeping, man, oh, they clean up some stuff. There was there are like graphic stories about stuff we've seen cleaned up in rooms, tragic stories about stuff we've seen cleaned up in rooms. I mean, the things you think would happen in a hotel happen in a hotel. So, like, yeah, we see parties, we see fun stuff, we see babies, we see like weddings, we also see like people dying, we see funerals, we see like people getting arrested. So that's not fun. So, you know, there's that. If you want, this video is just like kind of all over the place. I just want to talk about hotels. If you have specific like questions about hotels, you know, like things you've always wanted to know, I'd be glad to try to answer that for you. Like, just let me know. Like, sound off in the comments below. Just let me know if there's anything specific you've always wanted to know about hotels. Because I know my family has questions, but I don't really know what questions you would have. So I'm debating about trying something spicy. Do I go for it? Sure, we'll go for it. Yeah, only live once. So we're gonna just do this right in the middle and pack it on. Go a little bit heavier now. I don't know what I'm doing. But, you know, we've seen some fun stuff too. I was working at a hotel when a Gen Con convention happened, and so I saw some weird stuff with that. I worked at a hotel when an FFA convention was there, where the kids were staying, and let me tell you, nobody quite tries to get away with stuff like a bunch of teenagers who aren't with their parents for the weekend, you know? Like, I cannot tell you the number of complaints we got about like noise in the rooms, but also like finding random kids in corridors or finding them trying to get to the roof of the hotel. Like, what are y'all teaching your kids where they think, oh, I'm by myself, I'm gonna get to the roof of a hotel and make out with my girlfriend? Like, no, sweetie, no, that's a lot. That's not my vibe. That's not my journey. I don't even know that was my journey when I was a teenager. I don't know, man. Don't worry, we'll blend this all together at the end because I still want to do like think I want to do one more color on like the inside part. Just really kick it up a notch. We're going to do some gold. Pinky rose gold. Right on the inside. Anyway, we found like kids trying to get on the roof. Trying to get in the pool after hours. Cannot tell you how many corridors we had to make sure people weren't just making out in. Because that's what kids do when they're by themselves, apparently. Or like at Gen Con, these were just full-on adults. Just, you see somebody in a steampunk bounty hunter costume, and then they're making out with some guy who's dressed like an orc. So that's a good time. What do you think? I think that's pretty. Just trying something sparkly and new. Sorry, I'm gonna finish up my eyes, my eyeshadow, and then I'll come back. Okay, so eyeshadow's done. What do you think? But yeah, we're gonna finish up the rest of the face. I've got my mascara and lips to do, and then we'll be done. But yeah, so like there's just a lot of stuff you'll find at hotels, you'll see at hotels. If you have any, you know, desire to see the weirdest of society, I recommend working at a hotel. Come on. So that's a little trick I do. I'll take a clean brush if I get mascara or something and like brush it in. But yeah. So I'm gonna finish up my face and we'll come back to some final thoughts. Alright, so that is the final look. What do you all think? I actually think it looks really cute. Like, I tried some new stuff today. I am a fan of the highlighter. And honestly, this putty blush, where did it go? This putty blush is so nice. Like, I know that they're super hyped up and it's like not like a new thing to be trying it, but I think it was like $3. So definitely worth trying. And I love this highlighter. This is, stop traffic, baby. Anyway, so yeah, that's today's video. I'm sorry if it's a little bit rambly. I'll be honest, I filmed this in chunks, so I lost my train of thought between segments quite a few times. I had to go back and rewatch and be like, okay, I kind of know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. I don't really have much else to say. But yeah, so make sure you are subscribed, and if you are interested in seeing other content from me, go ahead and, check out some of the other videos that I have on my channel. But yeah, I really appreciate you all coming and watching me, and if you have any questions about hotels or would like to see more content about, like what are like the things to watch out for in a hotel room, or, have you ever seen like weird, scary stuff happen at hotels? Like, the answer is yes. Yes, I have. Yeah, just ask in the comments below and I will get back to you. And if I have enough, interest in it, I will make a video about that. But yeah, so I will see you all when I see you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Let's be average together.